Written by GHI Team, the 7th of December 2017. Are you confusing best before with use by dates? Sell by, use by, display until. Many of us are still confused about what these magic dates on food labels really mean, and whether it's safe to eat food that has passed the deadline, while use by dates are an indication of food safety. And eating food past this date could be dangerous for your health. This is not so for best before dates. However, many of us throw out food that is still safe to eat because of what the date on the packet says, resulting in families wasting around £700 worth of food and drink each every year. That's why RAP, a charity that helps organizations achieve greater resource efficiency, has released new labeling guidelines. These encourage suppliers to only apply use-by dates to products where there is a food safety reason, asking stores to continue to sell products past their best before date, and to only apply once open, use within, for safety reasons. Although their advice doesn't replace legal requirements for food labeling, they believe that their campaign can reduce the amount of food waste. East of England Coop, independent of the cooperative group, is the first major retailer to announce that it will be following these guidelines by selling dried foods and tinned products beyond its best before date for just 10p to crack down on food waste, cut through the confusion with our definitive guide use by. This is the cutoff after which it is not considered safe to eat the food. The NHS advises that use by dates are followed, as, once they are beyond this date, more perishable foods such as fresh meat could cause food poisoning. Even when they look and smell fine, there is a heightened risk, so the NHS recommends avoiding them. It is particularly important for the very young, very old, pregnant women and the very ill to follow these guidelines, as these groups are most at risk. However, RAP is looking for ways to extend product life for use by dates to reduce product waste. Best before. This is very different to a use by date. This indicates the period for which a food can reasonably be expected to retain its optimal condition, but eating anything past this date won't cause any health issues. Products can outlast their best before date by years in the case of tinned food and still be safe for consumption. There may be a slight degradation in quality, as the best before name implies, but no real bacterial risk. By eating food that is past its best before by not its use by date, we can reduce food waste and save money. So, trust your senses when it comes to best before. More why nuts need to be kept in the fridge. The GH Cookery Director's view: I stick to use by dates, as they are there for your safety. Especially with fresh meats, bacterial levels can get too high after the use by date, increasing the chance of food poisoning, says Good Housekeeping Cookery Director Lucy Jessup. With best before, I rely on my senses. Does it look all right? Does it smell all right? Does it taste all right? In a study last year of 1,500 UK consumers by Mintel, 2/3 said they rely on their own senses, such as smell, taste and sight, rather than dates to decide if a product is still suitable to eat. Display by and sell by. These dates are instructions to the retailer to aid stock rotation. They aren't directives to the consumer, but guidelines for shops on how long the products should stay on the shelf. RAP is advising suppliers to get rid of these labels as they create confusion among consumers about whether they are safe to eat. More the amount of food you need to feed the family this Christmas. It's important to store food properly to avoid any contamination and keep it at its best. From fridges to freezers and store cupboards, we've got guides on preserving and on how to store food to keep it fresher for longer. Like this. Sign up to the GH Homes newsletter for more.